with that at all. Okay, so we did these swings, just to sort of showcase how the grip was and kind of where your neutral is. Okay, setup wise, it's looking very good in terms of that posture, the stance. How the club looking a lot flat on the ground is great. You're getting some nice depth down the back on that club face now. Getting in this one here is probably a little bit on the stronger side. Okay, so if we look at the club face up there now, so the left arm is there on a nice bit of on plane across your shoulders, and the club face now is probably on that sort of line. Okay, so I would say for you we're going to be somewhere around here when we're square. This one here on the right is actually probably a very neutral club face based on the textbook, because the club face now and the left arm are literally in line parallel. Okay, so we look at these sort of two things here, there, you get the top. Those two club faces are very different, yeah? Your left arm and the club now are very much sort of in line. What I would want to see is that club face more for you to be about there, same as that one on the left-hand side, yeah? Because that for you is square. So your right hand therefore is in a slightly stronger position. If it gets on the too strong side, or you just keep going, or whether you're trying to get more back underneath it because you felt when the ball was going left, it was more from your right shoulder coming over the top. You might then go, I've got to get further back, I've got to get more here. Where's your right hand going to go now, yeah? So more trying to stay the shoulder back. You might start doing this with your dominant hand, and now the club gets what we call too strong, and you come up to the golf ball, hook it way left. Yeah. So then the way you'll try to kind of fix something that doesn't need to be fixed will actually encourage the bad shot you just did. Yeah. If you want a shot that goes whoops over there somewhere, you'll then think I've got to try and get back and underneath. And by doing that, you'll take your right hand and it'll keep creeping a bit more underneath more than you want to. So it's finding where that sweet spot is, shall we say, where your right hand in a comfortable position, where it can square the club face up, okay, and bring that golf club back to the ball square with some power, yeah? Okay. Obviously, when you go into a more neutral grip by the textbook there, we see that ball comes back to the golf club now, you come at the golf ball, it just goes down the right side and just disappears off right. Swing was good, the movement was good, okay, but the club face is wide open, all right? This one here now from a slightly stronger position, same good strike here now, the ball is a screen here now, and starts firing down the line, you see. Okay, now I just turned a little bit to the left, so it did get a little bit more draw, but it was like 5-10 yards left, okay? Yeah. But I'd rather you being in a slightly stronger position with that club face, because it requires you less on the way down to square the club face up. Yeah, the club face is already up here now, square, and just go back to the golf ball, rather than being open and trying to roll your hands or do something kind of funky on the way down.
Way out on there.
That one is a little bit more at that. Hang on.
Or does it just happen now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And in terms of your movement there now, if you sort of go to this now in terms of your elbow there when you go through, that little bit, the elbow is popping a little bit. It's not up in the air where it used to be before. You used to have a sort of real high sort of cricket shot, okay? But this elbow now is at least down, so your release of the club is actually pretty good, yeah? It's not restricted massively, okay? Your width there in the back, and the depth there is good. There's some good things there now. The club, this is the biggest thing for me from the big straight line. That's the biggest thing for me now is when we come down to the golf ball, that your club now is coming through your right shoulder. We saw on the golf course that time we want to forget, and the club was on that yellow line. And it was just so steep in the golf ball, the ball was just, you were catching barely in the golf club at all, weren't you? Yeah. A little toe endy skew off the side. So, but that's, again, look at this now, and okay, how well you're swinging the golf club now. You're basically swinging that golf club down that blue line, your arm sort of tracking down that blue line now, very, very nicely on plane, swinging through, up on plane to the other side. There's a lot of good things there in that swing, and very repeatable things in that swing, yeah? All you're doing is just swinging the arms and hands up and down that blue line. Just staying on that blue line really nicely, through to a balanced follow-through position. The shots are generally going straighter. All I would say is if you start getting a few of those hooky ones, which you said you had a couple of the other day, first port of contact, just look at your grip. Has your grip gone a little bit underneath? I think when we showed you that video from the front side, you're like, whoa, that's quite, you could see it distinctly, your right hand was there, okay? Just sort of find a little, again, when I say a little bit, it's talking like that. It's not like, whoa, smother over, because if you do smother over, then you'll get the one you're on the right hand side here. There's only a little bit of a change there. Give it 10 shots, see how it goes. The ball fight now starts sort of straightening out, as you did there with some shots there. Job done, no problem. Don't think that you're going, I think what you felt was too far over the top, because I have not seen in all the 50 shots you hit today, or 45 shots you hit today, a single one really where you got here and you were demonstrating that there to pull it. Because if you did do that, it'd be such a low, smothery one. Gotcha. It wouldn't look like the shot you're actually hitting. The ones that you said, oh, I'm doing that, you're actually hitting the ball quite high and just overly drawing. So your path is actually pretty good. The angle of attack's pretty good. Just just the club face is aiming left, so it just goes a bit high and hooks to the left even further, yeah? It's not that, am I doing that?
Gotcha.
Which is a good thing, you're not doing what you were
that's what I thought.
worried about doing and trying to get away from. So yeah, so don't go to panicking of that, oh, am I doing this again or whatever, so.
Nice one.
Okay, mate?
Lovely job.
Excellent,
Thank you
good
very
stuff. But
much.
no, swinging very good, mate. Keep it up, okay?